Um, check. Yo, what's up, guys? How's everyone doing today? Hope everyone had a great day so far. Day's almost over, but tomorrow's another opportunity. So, yeah, it's just wanted to go live. We got a lot of news to cover for Polestar today. Sorry I'm streaming a little later. Was working, and then I took some time to highlight some stuff I want to cover. Um, so I'm gonna wait a little bit, see if some people join. If not, we can go ahead and get started with some of this. But just in general, pretty rough day in the market. I think we're basically broke even for the day almost, just slightly down. I do want to cover some of this. We'll probably take a look at it in a bit just to see where we're kind of headed. Because that'll kind of correlate to Polestar, like I've said for many times, that Polestar is going to kind of run with the market. And the sentiment really is going to change depending on how the market's doing. For Polestar, but we still got a month ahead, so hopefully, well, not a month, but by 21 days. So hopefully next week and next week, 2 weeks, we can kind of get a better idea of where we're headed. But yeah, I do want to do a couple things really quick before we start. Just going to show you guys that we do have the Unusual Whales platform. The sales ending today. They're doing 15%. So I'm quickly going to just plug that in for you guys. We'll actually take a look at the Unusual Whales later. But just want to make sure I share that with you guys. If you guys are interested in signing up, definitely consider using my link so you guys can get 15% off and I'll help out the channel. But so definitely check that out. The sale for that ends today. And I guess since we got a couple people showing up, we'll go ahead and get started with some of the news for Polestar. Got like 4 or 5 articles I want to cover. But if you guys can just take a second, hit that like button as well so we can get some more people in here and hopefully have a good back and forth, some conversation with people. That'd be awesome. So let me go ahead and show you guys the first news. I kind of organized these and kind of important. So some of these is I kind of spent some time highlighting some stuff, and I still get nervous with these live streams. So if I stutter and stuff, that's my apologies. But the first one that I want to talk about is gonna be a referral program. As you guys know, most of you guys know what a referral program is. I'm gonna quickly shift this over. Sorry, I just want to play some music in the background for myself. But you guys know what a referral program basically is, and I think Tesla had one previously, and Polestar is actually now doing this approach. And I'm gonna zoom in as well so you guys can actually get a good view of the fonts and stuff. And I basically highlighted the important stuff, which you can see mainly everything's highlighted, but that'll give me a better idea of being able to present this information to you guys. Just this morning, a new referral program came to the US, European countries, and South Korea. And unfortunately, not Canada made the list. I'll go into that in a little bit down in the article. They were talking about how Tesla actually had a referral program long ago, but they discontinued it. I think they're in the middle of trying to get that back. I know Tesla's doing a referral program for their solar packs. I was reading up on that, but this is a great way for Polestar to start getting more eyes and giving an incentive for people to actually purchase a Polestar. The referral program is actually going to be for both people. It's going to be for the new customers, like a new buyer, and it's also for people sending out like those referrals and stuff. So current Polestar people can go to their Polestar account. These are Polestar owners, and they can actually create a referral code, generate it, and then they can share that with other people, and they'll be able to provide, I guess, what's it say here? Can provide a potential purchaser before like placing an order. So they'll just give their code out, and then the person that's being referred includes that referral code, and this is actually the stuff that they get. So like I said, the referral program will work for both people. It'll be for the purchaser and purchase how do you say that, purchaser, anyway, and the existing owners. So there's going to be two different rewards for different regions. South Korea and Europe are going to get like charging credits. There's going to be like 100 euros, so about $135 Canadian dollars. And does that equal to US dollars too? I don't know. somewhere around $100, and that's actually a lot of money. But then again, they are spending like 65,000 on a vehicle, so compared to that is not, but just $100 is good in my opinion. That's like, how much is that? Let's do some quick math really quick. 100 divided by 65,000. It's not even 1%. So it's not a big reward, but the way the referral programs work, the more people that people refer, the more money they can make. So like if you're already a Polestar owner and you're already liking the vehicle, you know, you basically are a big early adopter of Polestar and you're really like recommending these, you might as well get a reward, right? And so 4 or 5, then you know, if you get 4 or 5 referrals successfully, you get about $500, you know. So that's gonna be, well, not really $500, but $500 in credits. So that's gonna be in Europe and South Korea. For people in the US, you're actually gonna be working with Google, or not working with Google, but you'll be getting like a Google Nest Hub and a Nest Mini. That actually makes sense, and Polestar actually has been like spotted at the Google facilities for doing like the Android automotive stuff, and like all the Google Maps and everything else like that. So that actually, besides it being like a reward for customers, this kind of on the back end shows that Polestar has good connections or ties with Google. So that's actually really good reassuring. I think a few videos ago I was sharing with you guys that Polestar was at like one of Google's headquarters and stuff, and I guess they were just doing testing on the Android automotive and stuff. So yeah, this kind of just backs up they have a good relationship there, unless Polestar just straight up bought these equipments and stuff. But even then, I think they probably get a small discount if they aren't completely getting those for free. But yeah, so the US people will get a Google Nest Hub and a Nest Mini. So I'm not exactly sure how that's gonna work for you know, Polestar owners that actually refer more than one customer, right? So let's say they refer 2 or 3, do they get 3 mini hubs, or couldn't they get something else, right? Because you don't want, you know, 3 Nest Minis or whatever. What's up? And yeah, as I go through the articles, if you guys have questions, feel free to put them in the chat. I'll be happy to try to answer them when I can, or I'll stop. And you know, I appreciate you guys showing up also. So thanks, Investing Sensei. Let's go hit that like button, everyone, for sure. Yeah, help me out by hitting that like button for me. But yeah, so if you guys have questions, just put them in the comments and stuff, and I try to respond to them. But anyway, I'm not exactly sure how the Nest Hubs is gonna work for people, for like the Polestar accounts. I didn't see anything in the article. Maybe, I think after the first one, maybe they can change it and get the credits. The only thing is that they're doing it by region, so it would probably just be something you'd have to talk to them about. I didn't see anything in the article. So the referral rewards for like existing, oh, so this, I'm sorry, this is for like new customers, right? I guess I was getting ahead of myself. The same thing's going to be for the existing customers. So the charging credits and the minis are for new customers that sign up and get a new Polestar. For existing customers, you're basically going to get the same. You're going to get the Google Bund, like the Google Bundai, and also a Polestar design sketch. So that, I was getting ahead of myself, but yeah, the Google bundle is also going to come for existing owners, and you can get this cool Houdini Power Howdy. I don't know what that is. We can actually probably Google it. I maybe should have Googled that before I went live. Let me look that up, make sure it's appropriate, and then I can show it with you guys. It's probably like an overall or something. I don't know. I don't know what that is. I've never heard of it. Yeah, it's a jacket, it looks like. Yeah, it's like the mechanic stuff. What it looks like. Let's go to a mechanic. It looks like the mechanic overalls, or no? Oh, it's like one of these bad boys. Oh, these are actually pretty dope. Oh, nice. So they'll be getting one of these. Interesting. Okay, so I don't know. I never heard of that. So, yeah, existing customers will be getting one of those. They'll be getting some charging credits. That also is going to be for the South Korean European people, and then the Google bundle for North America, and also a design sketch. And when I first read this, I was already thinking, why don't they just do like an NFT and stuff, which we'll actually talk about later down in the article there. But this is just a quote from Thomas, COO. the CEO, he says great advocates of EV adaptation are our customers. All right, so when you're like very very outspoken about a product that you like and stuff, you're gonna just incline to just not like show it off and stuff, but just talk about it, or I guess you could say show it off a little bit. So people that, you know, they're like, the Polestar community is basically the whole foundation of Polestar, because if we didn't really have a good following on Polestar, the vehicles wouldn't sell. And so I think people, or the Polestar customers, are very proud of the product and stuff. Yeah, they're basically great brand ambassadors with great enthusiasm is a good way to put it. So I guess one thing that they want to do is just give back to them, since they're already doing such a good job of promoting and just giving some good exposure to the brand. So the ongoing commitment's going to definitely be rewarded in some creative ways. And I guess we talked about some of the, did it not say anything about the NFT stuff? Okay, I was reading a few articles. I guess this one doesn't cover the NFT things, but I can definitely share that in a little bit. But basically, I guess the NFTs, they don't want to do NFTs quite yet because, oh, sorry, Investing Sensei, he's going to switch to his PC. I bet. So no, sorry, I got confused. Some of the rewards available, European countries. So these are, I'm not sure who all lives in these countries, but let me know if you guys successfully refer a couple people. That'd be awesome to see you get your prizes and stuff. Sweden, Norway, Netherlands, Belgium, Germany, Switzerland, Austria, Denmark, Finland, and United Kingdom. Didn't really say anything about, I mean, I guess just US and North Korea is gonna be the other one. Or South Korea, I'm sorry, why did I say North Korea? We have reached to, oh, they also talked about how they might not be out in Canada, but the reason is because there's certain provincial regulations pertaining to referral programs in Canada. So I guess they're just going to continue to look into potentially expanding into it, but at a later date. So if something does come about it, then they would definitely update people. But yeah, I think this is a great way to actually refer people and just get rewarded for talking about the product that you already bought. Like for example, I use the Unusual Wells and I like talking about it, but I also do get an incentive for referring it and stuff, and I already use the product, so it's just kind of a win-win. So I think, I mean, referral programs are pretty, they're not pyramid schemes or anything. They're just it's just a good way to reward like early adopters, or people that want to talk about the software or vehicle that they purchase and stuff. Which I was reading, not that many people actually have the referral programs. I think it's just Tesla and Polestar. Let me see if I can find that article that showed something about the NFT stuff, why they decided not to do NFTs. I want to make sure I correctly word this stuff for you guys. But where is it? I also got a few other things I want to cover. We'll cover those in a little bit though. Is it this one? I think it might be this one. So sorry, I was going through a few different programs or different articles. This one is going to talk about, so I was originally thinking about the design ideas being put into an NFT, because that's where everything's basically going towards. And I might need to zoom in a little bit so you guys can better see that. But here we go, let me find it. Okay, so something about the NFTs. So we were being thoughtful about this. We could easily have taken a popular NFT route, you know, done digital artworks, but they actually want to wait till there's a purpose for NFTs, basically. And they're really not sure if NFTs are, you know, sustainably credentials, like they're ethically. So they just kind of want to steer away from that for now, at least, because it would be a bad image, I guess, on them, because you know how they're trying to do the zero emissions and trying to be clean and stuff. So I don't know if they just might use this to talk bad on it, right? So but yeah, that's basically it. So the digital artworks right now basically are unique. There's the people who are drawing these. So I mean, you can just hang them up. They're drawn on paper, you know. So just I guess special to people, and I guess since Polestar's still at an early stage, these could actually go up in value later. I don't know. But this just comes out of the launch of the customer referral program follows Polestar reporting that they're catching up to Tesla in the global ranking of car makers online, which I don't know how. I mean, they're pretty still far behind, but at least they're catching up. Am I right? Am I right? Follows the opening of, yeah, and then they also opened up a new space in Birmingham store. I'm not sure if that's in I'm not sure. I think that's in Canada, but I'm not sure. I don't actually know that. We could click on it, see if it opens up a good. Oh, it's UK. That's right. It opens up in UK. So it opened up in UK. My bad. I don't know some of my cities, y'all. My bad. What up, Morag? Morad. I've seen you in here before. Hey man, 1015 in aftermarket is very frustrating. Hope things get better soon. What about a factory in the US? That would be a good catalyst for the future. That would be a good catalyst. The only thing that they've really done is plans for the Polestar 3 in South Carolina, and they've just been doing the showroom. So I think my favorite showroom, or the one that I know about, is the one in Arizona. Arizona's like one of the top EV states, like more friendly EV states. Florida and I think New York and California are the other ones, but Arizona is definitely at the top, near the top. So that's one step that they're doing right for US. They're also working on some Canada markets. But yeah, I think a factory would be really cool, especially because NIO was also trying to get expansion, or they're doing job listings to actually start manufacturing in the US. But I was reading more on NIO, and I still am kind of sketchy on NIO, so because I was trying to think of maybe making some videos on NIO, but after just kind of reading up on it, it's still kind of a little sketchy too. I just don't want that much commitment, you know, at least not with the channel. So like Polestar is something I can actually get more behind, even though it's got Geely and Volvo and, you know, some China exposure. They're actually going to be listed through the NASDAQ and stuff, and I was reading that NIO, the shares aren't really NIO, like they aren't really shares, so you don't really know what you own, and not too much tinfoil and stuff, but they're saying like most of the float or the outstanding stuff is really owned by the CCP, so you don't really know what you own, and I don't know. It was just kind of getting into some muddy water, so I didn't really want to commit into making NIO videos. I might make a few and stuff just to give updates and stuff, but as far as like the long-term investing is gonna be a little harder. The only thing is they do have great numbers. They do have, I mean, they're growing really big and stuff, but at the end of the day, it is kind of still more sketchier, at least. So let's just say Polestar is behind NIO, but I'd rather play it more conservative and invest in NIO, or I'm sorry, Polestar than NIO. You know what I'm saying? What do you guys think? I could probably look up some of those articles if you want. But yeah, just it's hard to invest in NIO right now, especially like Didi. I was reading like Didi. We're gonna diverge a little bit. That Didi, basically the Chinese ride-hailing, delisted. They've already got plans to delist, and it's just gonna be a pain and a hassle to like whoever owns the Didi shares. Like, how do you go about getting your money back, or how do you go about holding your shares? It's just so much. It's just so much chaotic stuff. You know, that's not even worth it. So yeah, Didi's moved from the NASDAQ, the New York Stock Exchange, to Hong Kong. It's just like so much, you know, like it's not worth it. But yeah, I don't really know what you would own with NIO, because like 40% is like still owned by the Communist Party and the China Communist Party. So ownership, we could do ownership. So that's the thing about, I don't know what. We could probably quickly diverge and see Chinese government owns NIO. You just have to look into this if you want. I was just reading, like lightly browsing, you know what I'm saying? But don't hate me for not investing in NIO. I don't think it's a bad stock. There's just a lot of risk, to be honest. And a lot of people think everything's gonna go to the moon, and it's not. But people don't want to read into stuff like this, so that's how people end up bag holding and stuff, because But I don't know. I'm not saying Neo's gonna be a back order. I just the listing parts is what's sketchy. I think the vehicle looks cool. The battery swap stuff looks awesome. And they're doing like the subscription stuff. Like I was doing some homework on it, but yeah, I was doing some Neo homework. But at the end of the day, I decided not to make the videos on it because I didn't want all that responsibility on the channel. You know what I'm saying? Investing Sensei say some Neo videos would be great. Get some updates on it at least. Yeah, I might do that. But yeah, definitely won't be the main thing and the core of the channel and stuff. And then Murad said not. Um, maybe he was adding that to something. I'm not sure what he was saying about that. Maybe you can help me out. Hey, we're going into the next article. So I had a few different articles. We'll go ahead and go into this one. This one's one that I've already kind of talked about a little bit in some of the live streams and stuff. I think I was pretty early in the update for that because we talked about that like last week and stuff. But this just came out yesterday. Polestar Apple CarPlay supports later for spring release. I'm actually a little confused why they say spring because we're technically already in summer. Well, summer starts like this month, right? I think this might be coming up like in a week or two if they're still planning to do spring 2022. So let's just read some of this article. It's not a very long one. Polestar has once again shared plans for the Apple CarPlay release. That's something that's been lacking in the market for Polestar. I mean, if you just break it down and slice the stuff down the middle, like half the population's Android, half the other population is Apple. So in order to get some exposure to that other side of the market, and you know, really like sell the Polestar to somebody, they want to be able to have that functionality in the Polestar, right? So, yeah. So there was actually a tweet that came out. Someone was asking about this, and I actually saw this on Twitter because I follow them on Twitter. I didn't know an article would come out about it, but this is pretty cool. They were just asking about the final development stages for the Apple CarPlay. So I've already kind of shared this with you guys. But this just came out, was it yesterday or a few days ago? I'm not going to click on it, but you guys can go check it out. The only thing that's confusing for me is like the timeline. Still confusing to me is the timeline. So released from summer to the fall of 2021 last year, and then again to spring of this year. And then he basically, you know, the marketing team or whoever runs the Twitter page, they said, yeah, it's coming. We're excited to be in the final development stages. So not exactly sure what they're talking about because summer's almost starting and I don't know. It's just something that kind of threw me off with the timeline. And yeah, like I was just saying, the Apple CarPlay is going to be a big thing for everybody because it just gives people a better experience with the vehicle, like just road trips, just like connectivity with, you know, syncing everything in one. So I think that'll be big. Like you get access to your messages, maps, music, and everything else. So one thing that I do want to mention is that, and I've showed you guys before, it's initially it's just going to be a wired USB, so kind of like 2015 style, but eventually they'll be able to link that up through Bluetooth or whatever we use nowadays. But yeah, this was not too big. It just shows that they're still working on some of that development for them. So let me know what you guys think about that one. I'm gonna close that one, I think. NASCAR, what's up? Top leader in the market, IPOD. Really? Actually, I do know what that one is. That's crazy. Let me switch over. That's gonna be one of your whoa, let me check this one out. Oh, top lead gainer? IPOD? Oh, top. Oh, IPOD. Okay, never mind. I don't know what you're talking about. You're talking about top. You're talking about top, is what you're saying. Oh, this one. Yeah. Chinese stock, it looks like I wouldn't touch the Chinese stock. He said I bought the dip at 13 shortly after it opened. Oh, nice. So you're up about $3.13. You're up about 23%, I would say, right now. Oh, actually, it ran up higher, didn't it? Let me see how it ran up. Looks like it IPO'd. Oh, it came in here, and then it halted up, and then it started doing started selling off again. Wow. This one looks like it's a Chinese stock, though. I wouldn't touch it. Financial, Zongyang Financial Group Limited. Futures brokerage. Let me quickly check it out really quick. Yeah, Chinese stock. I'm not gonna touch this one. Yep. We were just talking about China stocks, actually. But yeah, hopefully you made some money, man. I'm not sure if you actually got out. I think you just said you bought the dip shortly after it opened. Oh, after it opened. Interesting. Oh, he said just a day trade. Okay, bet. Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on with the market. We'll take a look at the SPY chart. I just want to cover some of these articles really quick, but I do want to get some input from you guys about the SPY, where you guys think it's going. I'm a little bearish, to be honest, but I'll show you guys a few levels to watch. This is actually more concerning. It's not really concerning, but it's not good news. Basically, people that have already, ordered their vehicle and stuff, they're basically gonna have to resubmit their application. Not an application, but just resubmit their order. So this is just for Australian customers. It's one of the newer markets that they started expanding into. But they're gonna have to go through the ordering process again, since some of their original orders basically got canceled due to new features. So not exactly sure if it's like new features for the car. I think it is, because they introduced a new specification, but it could be like also related to the website. Maybe they needed to update some of the the options and stuff like that. So, or maybe pricing. I don't know if pricing really does change. But yeah, they're basically not happy right now, because they're gonna have to redo this process all over again. So let me just quote this really quick. We would like to inform you that we have recently introduced a new specification, Polestar 2, with upgraded features, and your order model is no longer available. Oh, so it might be like, because it didn't say how many people actually got affected, unspecified number of Polestar customers. So it might just be certain people that got a specification, like a special model brand or something. But yeah, they were not very happy. The good thing though is, and one of the guys commented, bloody ridiculous. Like, the bloody ridiculous makes sense. That I would be upset too, but the Polestar team, they said that, hey, yo, we're gonna get this fixed. Just reorder your stuff. There will be no extra cost. And then they're also gonna give them priority deliveries, which I think they're doing some priority deliveries in September, and I think they were doing some for June as well. But yeah, again, there's not really, and let me know if I need to zoom into some of this so you guys can see better. There we go. Maybe that's much better. Sorry, I didn't mean to like hit you guys all with it at once. But yeah, not clear how many people were affected. At the end of April, they've only done 208 vehicles. They have another 60 anticipated for this month, which last month now, because we're in June. So they've done at least 268, about almost close to 300 vehicles. It's not a lot. The Australian market, like I said, is still very young. They've only done a few showrooms there. And then with everything in the supply chains, things have just gotten a little bit more tough. So what's the thing? I don't think there was really much else on this article. They're just still talking about some of the price hikes. So, you know how we started with like 59K and now they're at 63, almost 64,000 for the same standard range single motor. Same thing with the longer range, and about 4,000 upcharge from 68 was from 64 to 68, and then from 69 to 73. I guess the main thing in this one, and we talked about this a long time or many times, is that surprisingly a lot of the people are getting the longer range, more expensive version of the Polestar 2, which is good because that means more revenue, right? I don't really know the margins on the specifications. I would assume it would probably take a little bit more for them to, since it takes more labor and stuff. There's probably less margin on the longer expensive ones, but I think the revenue is definitely going to be better than anticipated. So yeah, the main concern here definitely is that customers are not happy. They're not going to have to pay extra, but they basically have to go back you know, cancel their order and then get a refund and then place a new order. So just a pain and a hassle, but fortunately they don't have to, like, I think any price difference in their specification is just going to get waived or covered. They were saying that I think part of the reason is because they added the new exterior colors, the Space and the Jupiter. So that black and then gold color that we were talking about, the 19-20 the 19-inch and the 20-inch wheels that they added as well, and then just some interior options as well. So not too much else on this article. The one thing that to do note about Australia is that it's like a very small competitive space right now. It's just the Polestar 2 and the Model 3. So those are really the only two electric vehicles, I think, that are really, like, you know, at the top, or very popular at least. And then I guess they're just to kind of, I don't know what to say, to really make up for it. They're saying that Tesla had the same problem when they initially rolled out. You know, lots of complaints and delays, missed deadlines. So even though Polestar is going through that, it's just something normal. At least Tesla experienced it and went through it as well. I don't know. Just I think this is the only bad news that I saw today. So let me just give a quick recap. The referral program is pretty dope, I think. It really depends on your regions to see what you get, and you both benefit, you know, being the new purchaser and the old existing person that's referring it. So people get rewarded on both ends, which is cool. It's gonna help with the marketing and everything. Just incentivize people really to, you know, push their vehicle, which if you already like the product, I don't think it's hard to do, you know. And you probably already do it even without getting like referral points or whatever. So that should be that's a good new catalyst or whatever. The Apple Play we've talked about many times. We've already said, you know, they're still on timeline to, well, on their delayed timeline, right? Because they pushed it back a few different times. But they expect that to be out soon. And then we just talked about, you know, people having to go through and just have to deal with the reordering process and just a hassle for them. But fortunately, they don't have to pay anything for that. There's a few other articles. This is just the little thing that we talked about. There's like one or two articles I want to cover, and then we can look at the stocks that you guys are interested in. There's actually a patent that came out. The Polestar basically submitted a patent, and then the patent images really show like the Polestar precept concept. So this is basically just a photo of the patent. It was filed with the European Union Intellectual Property Office. So obviously they're doing everything in Europe, all the patents and stuff, because that's where they're headquartered at and stuff. But they published a patent image of what appears to be the production of the Polestar 5. And basically confirming that, I mean, we've kind of already known that they're going to do the Polestar 5, but they're actually submitting patents, which basically tells us that they have some intellectual property or something that's unique to the Polestar, which will be cool. So there'll be some technology that I'm not exactly sure what type of patent they're doing. Is it just like a usability patent, or, you know, it didn't give me the details, unfortunately, but I could definitely look further into it. Looking for Polestar 5 to debut before year's end. Don't exactly know what that means, because we've already seen like a Polestar 5. We've already seen the concept. We've seen there's like a rendering, and then there's like an actual realistic model of it. One thing that I do note though is on this one, it's got the doors flipped. They actually covered it down here as well. We'll just talk about it in a little bit actually. Polestar 5's electric sedan shared its basic style with the brand's precept concept from 2 years ago, which is that silver one that we've talked about. Sorry if I'm moving too much. And I guess they're basically confirming, you know, that concept is going to actually go into production now. So yeah, not too much else on this one really, to be honest. There's really no model name on it, so the design, the submitted papers or the images and stuff, the design filing didn't have a model name, so it could it could really go into anything. It could, you know, it could even surprise us and be something new. It could be just a completely different model, like a model, like a Polestar 5 sedan version or something. I don't know. The Model 5 is already a sedan, but it's like a weird, stylish sports car with 4 doors. So maybe it'll be more of an actual sedan. You know what this one actually reminds me of? It reminds me of the Model S. Let me see if I can pull up an image. It looks like the Model S. Is it the Model S? I think it's the Model S. Let me make sure. It looks like the sports, like the premium, you know, the more expensive version. Let me see if I can pull it up. Here we go, right here. It looks like the Model S, I would say. Where's the image that I saw? Except, just so I can get them out the way, you know? I mean, the Tesla's always been beautiful though, right? Here's the picture. So it kind of looks like the Model S, doesn't it? Let me just go back so you guys can reference it. Where's it at? Oh, not that one. That's my next article. But yeah, it looks kind of like that, right? Where's my image? I just lost it. I lost my image. Where was it? Oh, here we go. Yeah, look. So check it out. It looks kind of like that, right? From the back. Well, I don't know. Never mind. But it does look like it, kind of. So it looks like more of a family style sedan than the actual precept, like the concept sports car. So maybe they're actually gonna do the aluminum frame stuff that we talked about. I don't know if maybe you guys been in my older streams. Yeah, here it is, the bespoke aluminum platform. Just more features here that I actually went through and highlighted. Feature standard all-wheel drive. It's gonna have at least 2 drive motors, 1 on each axle, and the driving range of 300 miles, which is not great because the Polestar 3 is gonna have like 400, right? I think the Polestar 3 is gonna have 400 miles. But it is gonna be a sports car. They're gonna have a huge battery packed, energy capacity of 100 kilowatt per hour. So you know, most of these details are kind of minimal. You guys already know of them. Also, and then just the thing that I was just talking about. Looks like big sedan evolved in the style of the precept. Shares a fastback shape, the split boomerangs, the door headlights, you know what I'm saying? And then the single tail light in the back. So all of this is basically the patent images for, I guess, some of this design and stuff. The rear door opening backwards, however, have fallen to the cutting room floor. So looks like maybe some of that design stuff did not make it into the actual design. Because right now, if you look at the Polestar, we could probably pull it up. And it does look like the Polestar, or the Tesla S, I would say. But let me go to Polestar 5 and see if we can find Polestar 5. The doors open the other way, which you guys already know. But yeah, these doors, they open up this way, coming out this way. Let me see if I can find one with the doors open. So you got the handles up at the front. You got the handles in the front. So there we go, right here. This is a good image. What do you guys think though? Oh, this is not a good image. Yeah, see, these are the doors that basically didn't make the patent design. Where's the patent design? Basically exposing all my other articles. But yeah, it didn't make the patent design. So regular sedan. And yeah, more information hopefully comes out to next couple weeks, months, since the big EV is due to debut before the end of the year. So I guess I'm not exactly sure how true this statement is, but I'm guessing that it could be like, you know, when they're doing the Polestar 3 reveal, the actual reveal where they're gonna send out the Polestar 3 and let people start buying it or pre-ordering it. That's gonna be in October. It could be that they also do like a Polestar 5 reveal. However, this one says within the next few weeks or months. So maybe they do the precept reveal there. Hopefully sooner. I don't know, because most of the precept or the P5s have been just kind of design ideas. But yeah, I think that's neat. Got some patent images there, precept concept there, image showing off the production. Where's my next article? Do you guys have any questions on this one? This is just, I mean, I'm just blowing through some of these articles pretty fast. Didn't plan to be online too long, but if you guys have comments or questions, let me know. We can take a look at the chart as well in a bit. I don't have too many more articles. Let me see what I got left. Oh yeah, just go back on some of the Polestar 3. There is we don't really have images on this one yet, but there was this article that came out today. See, May 31st. Polestar 3 render image shows that the SUV without camouflage. You guys know I mean, we have less than a year before this thing comes out, because October they should have this thing out ready for pre-order, and then they should start doing their actual manufacturing. I mean, really, in October, they probably, November, they probably need to start doing that in November, and probably start really ramping that up in the early next year, like I would say February next year, and probably start doing deliveries in the spring. So either April, maybe March. I'll be really excited to get like just more catalyst and more news on the factory and stuff, because we know where it's gonna be, but we haven't really got more news on it. Like, is that factory open and stuff? I can actually maybe diverge a bit and see if we got any info on that really quick. Polestar, South Carolina. See if we can find anything on it really quick. Update. Let's just type in an update, see if we can get something. Doesn't look like we have anything. Just Polestar released the teaser image on June 16 of 2021 of the upcoming Polestar 3, which will be produced by Volvo at a plant in South Carolina. So maybe that plant's already there. Let me see if I can find a Charleston Volvo plant. Maybe it's already there. I'm just gonna, this is what I usually do. I just Google stuff sometimes. What's that? They've got the Charleston plant in office. News. I don't really think they have anything that I can find. I'll just, South Carolina car factory. What do you guys think? Yeah, go ahead and give me some cookies. I mean, it looks like this one's already there. I don't know if they'll what's the word? Are they just gonna make room for us in there, or what? What's the word? I mean, this plant's already there. I don't think there's a Polestar in here though. Interesting. I'm just gonna, I'll Google that later. Let me close a few tabs so we don't have so much. Ooh, that one's a good one there. I don't want to share that article just yet. Oh, but anyway, let me go back. I'm gonna go back. So yeah, you guys know SUV's coming out. It's gonna be the SUV market's gonna be huge in general. I think it's gonna probably be their bigger seller, I think. Just because people usually prefer to get the SUV. It is gonna be a more bigger price tag, so that's gonna be something to definitely consider. Because the 70K is not gonna be for average Americans, like inflation, everything else. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a while before the US or globally people convert to 100% electric. I think like even 2020, like 2030, I think, I mean, only probably 40% of the people are gonna be driving electric vehicles. It's not gonna be 100% by 2030. I don't think so. Do you guys think so? Shoot, my back hurts. Yeah, I think by 2030, 40, maybe 60%. I don't. How many years is that? 8? About 8 years? Well, about 7.5. I mean, a lot can happen in 7 years, but I think probably like 50 at least. I think 50 or 60%. Can you look at Vidu and BGXX? Sure, yeah, we'll look at those. Let me just wrap up these articles really quick, man, just so I can get the Polestar people done, wrapped up for. So not much on this one. Yeah, we'll definitely look at those though. I want to look at a few different stocks. There was just one image here, and basically I clicked on. Somehow I got to this article. Where was it? Might have to find it. Yeah, basically they did an unofficial rendering. So unveiled a camouflage prototype. Talented graphic designers at Motor One have now created an official rendering. of the SUV, and this is basically what they have. So I mean, this could be pretty close to what we're going to be getting in October, which kind of looks like a little bit like the Volvo. Not exactly sure which model of the Volvo it looks like, but it's got the Thor headlights, and the slick curves. It's always nice. That's kind of a little bit like the Polestar 2 right now. We've got those nice lines. This is actually really cool. I think they just took a snapshot of the Polestar 5, and they've kind of added a little bit of that to that. And then the front end, pretty simple, just the Thor headlights, really. So NASCAR said it won't be 100% electric by 2130. EV will never be 100%. Hydrogen fuels will have a market share. Yeah, that's true too. That's true. I completely forgot about hydrogen fuel cell cars. Do you think hydrogen fuel cell cars will be in this the smaller retail market, or just like bigger semi trucks and stuff like that? Because I know Nikola's been doing deliveries. Surprisingly, right? Nikola Motors have been doing deliveries, which I guess their vehicles are running and stuff, right? This was last December, and they delivered their first one, but I saw that they were actually doing other deliveries. Nikola delivers first Nikola tree battery. Is this one a hydrogen one though? Gonna have to find. No, is this battery? Is this a battery vehicle? The Tray battery electric trucks to total transportation services. I don't know. Let me zoom in so you guys can see. Maybe you guys can find something. Okay, so delivered the first battery electric vehicle pilot trucks to total transportation services. It's probably going to be a battery. It's not going to be a hydrogen, because there's not even enough infrastructure for hydrogen right now, is there? They got all these people. I don't know. I think Nikola's still a pump and dump. They're basically, they're doing zero emission battery electric and hydrogen electric. Honestly, I'll be real. I don't know the difference between having just battery electric or hydrogen, or do they both use hydrogen? So that's something you guys can help me. But yeah, I think Nikola's still a pump and dump, low-key. But there was a more recent article, I think, on deliveries. Let me see if I can find it really quick. Last week, nothing. Let's do last month. And Lordstown Motors is another pump and dump. I haven't followed up on them, to be honest, but they seem like they're still pumping and dumping. Let's look at their earnings. Let's look at Nikola's earnings. See how many deliveries they have. All right. Let's see. Oh, they're gonna do. Let me zoom in for y'all. During the first quarter, we reached a significant milestone with the start of the serial production for Nikola Tri battery electric vehicle in Arizona. Currently delivering sellable trucks to dealers for customer deliveries. We look forward to scaling production and doing 300 to 500 vehicles this year. That's not good. I mean, big trucks take a lot longer to produce or manufacture, but still, that's pretty bad. And I guess they're the battery electric vehicles. I don't know. I'll be honest, I don't know what the specifications are for Nikola's V. Let's just look it up. Sorry, I'm curious about this. I'm just gonna look at their different vehicles and stuff, see what they have. Like, if I wanted to buy a semi truck, what could I get right now? This one right here. 350 miles. Oh. Reimagine carb over for short haul. They're charging a lot for those vehicles. They're like, what, 150K? 120K? I want to look at the battery stuff. Nikola provides spacious, well laid out environment. Here's the performance. The 6x2 packs up to 753 kilowatts per hour. Nothing that I see. I don't see the specifications, my guy. Oh, here we go. Battery and charging. Direct current charge rate. 120 minutes to charge, my guy. Yo, chill. You're gonna be there for a while. Connectivity, service warranty, charging. Okay, no downtime. What you mean no downtime? That's an hour and 20 minutes. No, that's 2 hours, my guy. Yeah, that's 2 hours. He said no downtime here, though. Trevor Milton said no downtime. But if you look up here, it says it takes 2 hours to charge. I just want to know if it's fully battery or it looks like it's fully battery because it's the battery electric vehicle. But I thought they were a hydrogen company. The brochure, let's peep the brochure a little bit. See if we got hydrogen in the title or something. Is that how you spell hydrogen or no? There's no hydrogen in there. Hydrogen. Guess it doesn't have hydrogen in the brochure. No hydrogen, so it's just battery. I mean, I guess it makes sense. It's just a battery, straight up battery. Let me read something really quick from the homie NASCAR. Hydrogen is the most abundant element on Earth. Don't know what that means to how mainstream hydrogen vehicles will become, but it sounds smart. Yes, sir. Hey, you sound smart. You made me sound smart. In comparison, diesel semi-trucks, though, have a range of over 2,000 miles. Sheesh. On how much gas, though? I mean, on how much diesel? I don't know nothing about diesel either, though. Hey, throw your diamonds in the sky if you feel the vibe. Forever, ever. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the battery electric vehicle, and my man's only doing 300 to 500 vehicles this year. Like, come on, those are rookie numbers. You know what I'm saying? We're in the thousands now, baby. I do want to read this really quick. I'm sorry if I'm diverging from Polestar, but this is a clown stock, and I want to make sure it's still a clown stock. Lordstown announced last night it closed the self-manufacturing. They clowning. They gave up on the business after the two companies signed a contract manufacturing joint. So my man Foxconn, they stepped into their factory. They said, we're going to do this partnership with y'all. And they ended up just taking the plant from them. It's what it looks like. So Lordstown Motors announced last night it has closed the sale of its manufacturing facility in Ohio to Foxconn after the two companies signed a contract manufacturing agreement and joint venture agreement for product development. But I thought these guys made phones. After several years of delays and challenges that prevented the launch of the endurance truck, you see what I'm saying? It announced it's going to sell their factory to Foxconn. So what are they going to do now? They're just not going to have a factory? Delays plant sale to needs 150 for production. Damn. So they just given up. Wow. So that's it. What's it trading at now? I mean, look. It's trading at $1. Yo, chill. Come on, y'all. Come on, man. They're gonna go bankrupt. I actually was trading this when it was like $5. I was buying puts on it. I just wish I would have, got further outdated puts, but oh well. You guys have any questions? The homie NASCAR, it's actually dual tanks. Oh, dual tanks. Like, you can drive across country on one tank, right? Of diesel, 2 times 300-gallon tanks. Oh, okay, gotcha. Oh, so you just fill up, you load up for a trip. How much does one tank take to fill up? How much diesel it takes to fill up a diesel tank? That sounds like the Sally sells she shells at the Sally she shells short. What you think? How do you say it? I just forgot. I'm gonna look up diesel tanks. Diesel, how much diesel does it take to fill up a diesel tank at the diesel station? Hey. Yes, sir. Diesel tank cost. I'm Googling here on the side monitor. Diesel cost and liabilities. How much does a diesel fuel tank cost? Oof. Average cost of $1,200, $1,400. Oh wait, no, that's a fuel tank replacement. My bad. Labor cost. We're looking at fuel tank replacements here. No, I'm just trying to fill up, G. Diesel tank fuel refill. Like, fill me up, king. Fuel tank transfers. How much does it okay, here we go. What does it cost to fill up a big rig? About $3 per gallon. Truck with 120 gallons, so about $3. So 300 gallons, so $900. No, 1,800 because you got 2 tanks. So 300, you have 300 gallons, about $3 a gallon, times 2 gallons because you got one on each pop. So there we go, $1,800. That goes for 2,000 miles. So that's not good, actually. What is that, 2 miles per gallon? If you have 1,800, what the hell? How many miles per gallon you get? If they have a range of 2,000 miles and you have 300 gallons, no, you have 600 gallons, you get 3 miles per gallon. Is that right? And you're paying $3. You're paying $1 a mileage. You're paying $1 a mile. Damn, that's that quick math. So the way I got to that though. Alright, so let me just run these numbers right back by you, NASCAR. Let me know if I messed up on my calculation. We got 2,000 miles, right, on a truck. We got 600. Let me open up a second calculator. We might need this. Pull that one up right next to it. Alright, so we got 2,000 miles per tank. No, per truck. So my truck can go 2,000 miles, right? And we got two 300 gallon tanks. So that's 600 that's 600 gallons. Now I want to know how many miles I'm going per gallon. So we're going to divide that by 600. 600. So we got 3.3 miles per gallon. So now this is the tricky part. We get $3 per gallon. So we need to divide that by 3. So we get about $1.1 per mile. We gotta pay $1.10 per mile. That's what it's telling me right here. Can you run that on your calculator? Make sure I got those numbers correctly. But I think diesel actually, enough playing around. I'm just trolling. I'm trolling y'all. I was just trolling y'all. Okay, let me go back. But yeah, I think diesel is more expensive now. Let me pull up some diesel prices right now. Diesel prices 2022 May. No, we're in June now. 2022 June prices. They're saying about $4.40 a pop right now. That's what they're saying. So all our math is wrong now. But I'm not gonna make y'all go through that again. So we're just gonna skip it. But you guys get the idea. Basically, the moral of that is Nikola is a pump and dump right now. And so is Lordstown Motors, because they're selling their only manufacturing factory. What are they gonna build it in their mama's house? They're gonna build it in the garage? In their parents' garage? Where are they gonna build these trucks? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, don't touch Lordstown. I would rather invest in Nikola before I invest in Lordstown. And I would never invest in Nikola, so. Damn. That's some deep words though. So I'm gonna wrap up this video. Before we start looking at some stocks, I'm gonna wrap up put in a little bit of positive energy, just some good vibes, sending over that way to Polestar investors. I was reading this article, right? Recent sales offer very positive perception for the shareholders. I mean, I can talk, I can drop some positive vibes all day about Polestar. I can just compare numbers for you guys. If you guys need me to do that, put it in the comments. But yeah, I mean, the main thing is, you know, taking a little gamble on Polestar is not a bad idea, because they're being honest about either deliveries, the product, what else, everything else really too. But that's not the point about this article. Let me find it. You guys know Polestar, a very good vehicle, designed to be powerful, luxurious, right? Strong focus sustainability, recently introduced updates, you know, over the air, and then also reduce their climate impacts. So just in general, very solid company, right? And if they mess up, if they fuck up a little bit, they tell us, you know, in the earnings report. So certainly there is risk. Let me just make sure that's clear and out of the way. I'm not a financial advisor. And it is still this very small company, but, you know, by 2023, we're going to have 30 markets. We also got Big Daddy Volvo, Big Mama Geely. They're in the back. You know, they're chilling. They're watching us. They're monitoring us. We're still living at Mama's house, but, you know, you feel safe. You know what I mean? When you're out in the world by yourself, then you got to take more responsibility. But right now, we got Polestar, you know, being watched by Volvo. They're working on their own stuff, too. They're trying to get first to market and stuff. Well, they can't be first to market, but they're working on their first electric vehicle. But anyway, they're just, you know, Polestar's got backing. It's not Lordstown. Oh no, it's not. And this is actually a good. I'm glad we talked about Lordstown, because if Lordstown had some good backing, it had Big Daddy Volvo and Big Mama Geely, then, you know, Lordstown would be all right. But they're out there buying CEOs from Workhorse. Come on, guys. You know, guys, you guys know where Workhorse is trading? It's trading at $4 too. Let me diverge a bit. Come on, man. They out there recruiting the wrong people. Yeah, come on. But yeah, anyway, enough of that. Let me wrap this one up on some positive news. So, a revised forecast isn't all bad news. Like I said, they're being real. The most bullish thing about that earnings, even though they pushed it down to 50K, right? 50K from 65K, is they showed us their numbers. They showed us their hand. They already have 13,000 vehicles out there. And we're about, well, actually, we're halfway there now. But this came out, this came out like, like 2 weeks ago. The earnings came out a week ago, 2 weeks ago. And then they had like 13,600 vehicles out there pushing. Let me just run some math real quick. All right, let me pull out the trusty handy scientific standard calculator. We're gonna do 13,600 divided by 5,000. Oof, we're about 30% there. But hold up. When you're growing, when a growing company is growing, usually it grows like not exponentially, but it doesn't grow at the same rate. So if you were to say, yo, we only got 30% in half a year, so we're only going to get the other 30% of the, so we're only going to, it doesn't work like that. So that would be times 2, right? So we would have like 27,000 vehicles this year if it just grew linear, basically. But it's going to grow a little bit faster. So, you know, this first quarter, what's a good example? Let me see if I can find an example. We're gonna go to Tesla. Let's go to Tesla's earnings or whatever. Fuck it. We're gonna do earnings really quick and just show you guys how growth works. You see how this here, okay, this is 4 years. This is 4 years. March all the way to June. Just think of it, it's 4 years. This first 3 months, they got 11 billion. This next month, they got 13 billion. Now they got even more. So you see the delta there? So there's 11 billion, now there's 17 billion. By the end of the year, they're already doing 7 billion per quarter. Their growth was bigger, you know what I'm saying? So I would say they got 1360. Oof. I'll probably say they did like 6,000 in the first quarter. I'll say they probably did like 63,000 the first quarter. Let me open up a few more calculators. They probably did, what's the rest? 13,600 divided minus 6,300. They probably did like 73, right? Or let's just say 61. And then they probably did 75 in the second quarter. So we could probably do, just throwing some numbers out. Oof, I hope not. They're trying to get to 50,000. So how many more do we need? 50,000 minus 13,600, 36,000. So we would need, let's divide that. We would need like, oof, we might not make it, honestly, now that I'm looking at some numbers here. Shane said 50,000 is already way ahead of Lucid and Rivian. Polestar will be 2 or 3 years ahead for sure. Yes, sir. Now I'm confused though. Are they trying to do... Hold up. I'm confused. Are they trying to do 50,000 vehicles alone in 2022? Or cumulative? Like, because they already got 29,000. Right, so for them to get... Let me just do some math real quick. We might need to do this in an Excel sheet. Because we got, what, 50,000 here? Right, this is the goal, 50,000. Right now we have... I'm doing this with calculators, unfortunately. We have that right now. And this is first quarter, second quarter, third quarter here. We're going to slap one more on here. Slap that one right there. All right, let me move this over. So we got 6,100, 75. We need 36. Oh, we need one more. Sorry, my bad. That crack music. Yes, sir. 3,600. So, oh, hold up, King. What are we doing again, y'all? 13,600. This is how much we need. We need 3,600 left. That's what we got. We still need 36,000 left. Do you know if they're doing... I'm pretty sure they want to do 65,000 or 50,000. They would need to do like 20K. And then 60. Oh wait, my bad. Oh, this actually works. Chill, hold up. We would need like 6,400. And then we would need 20K. So that would be in order to get 36. Shane, you know what's going on with the deliveries? And med school visual. What's up, brother? Greetings from Arabia. What's up, man? Hey, we're just talking Polestar right now. We're just hanging out. We're doing some quick math here. We have 13K. Bro, you got 7 calculators out right now. Yes, sir. This is some serious math. Yeah, I should have just done this on that's funny though, huh? I should have just done this some serious math here. Should have just done this on whatchamacallit, the Excel sheet. But we gotta do the work. We gotta make sure the work is done correctly. It is some serious math though. Appreciate you. I need you to kind of help me out, make sure I get these numbers right. 50,000 is the goal. 13,600 is what we got so far. So we got 36 left. We got to get these 36 left for 2022. This is probably the first quarter, this second quarter. They're growing at this rate. And then we need the rest of these to match 36. So I was doing 16K for this next quarter. Would it be Q3? Oh, wait, hold up. Chill, hold up. Hold up, chill. I think the deliveries was just for... Hold up. No, we chilling. Hold up, we chilling, y'all. Hold up. 3,600,000 I think was just first quarter. I think we can do this. Yes, sir. I think we can do this. We could probably do... Oh, man, we chilling. We chilling. Look, check this out. Jimmy, what's up? What's good, my guy? What's going on, my guy? I had to pull out 7 calculators. NASCAR's helping me out. I think the 13K is just the first quarter. And we're only in June. When did this come out? I'm praying it's just Polestar deliveries. Let me look. And now I don't have access to my other stuff. Let me look at Polestar deliveries. Cut 22 deliveries by 15,000 units. Disagree. First 4 months. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So look, first 4 months. So those 13,600 was just first 4 months. So we still have. Look at all the calculators I gotta bring back up. I do the math though. You gotta do the math. Hold up. Med school is helping me out. 13.2 per quarter for the next 2 quarters. Well, we have 3 quarters now though. Because it just said the first 4 months. How many months are in a year? Well, we have 8 months. Hold up. Hold up. Did I mess up? First 4 months? Oh shit. Yeah, so med school's right. Right. Let me see what we got here. 13K. And see, I'm bad at math, y'all. And I'm an engineer, and my brain's blown out right now. 50K, 13K, 36K is left. We got 8 months. We got 2 quarters. First four months. Oh, see, they only did 3 quarters this year. We got 2 more quarters. I don't know. That doesn't make sense. They slapped in an extra month for some reason. 13K. 13. This is the first 4 months. So we're just gonna do 2 more months. So if we do it in scales of every 4 months, we're just gonna do like 15K and then 21K. Yeah, I don't think 65K would have been. 65K would not even have been realistic. I don't think so. Even without the China lockdowns, I don't know. Cause right now we got how many? Let me slap on another calculator. I'm gonna try to even these numbers out a little bit more. Do like 16,000. We'll do 24. I think that's more realistic there. Kind of in the middle. So that would be 24 divided by 13.6. 17% growth. So from this 4 months, each quarter is 3 months. True. But this one was each quarter is 3 months, since there are 12 months a year. Quick math. Yeah, this one though was just telling me first 4 months. So they slapped in an extra month in there. That's what I was saying. So these vehicle deliveries include 4 months instead of 3 months. So they're kind of bleeding off into Q2. So I was just gonna do it in a way to where it's and I probably should just do this in Excel, to be honest. Let me see if I can pop up an Excel sheet real quick. But nah, I'm not gonna pop up an Excel sheet. We kind of got the math already. It's like 17% growth each quarter. Each 4 months they should be growing at 17%, about 17% from their previous 4 months. Let me make sure I got that right though. Yeah, they did the delivery stuff wrong. I mean, they just did it weird. I wouldn't say it's wrong, but they just did it weird. This is probably what they need to do in order to get the 36,000 left. It's like 16,000 next 4 months, and then like 20,000 the next 4 months. So this right here would be a 17% growth for 16,000, and then this here would be 4 divided by 6,000. This would be a 30% growth. They would have to be doubling their growth like by 17%, then 27%. I mean, I could kind of balance this out a little bit, but it's still kind of a lot of growth. Do you guys think they can get 50K? It's gonna be tight. I think it's gonna be close. Because I think these are deliveries. These aren't just orders taken. These are actually deliveries. But I'm just gonna snapshot this just for later, just so I make sure I can go back and look at this. But I think, yeah, I think they need to do like 17% growth next 4 months, about 27%. The only thing I will say though with this one is they still have that Hertz deal, so that's gonna help them out. I don't remember the Hertz deal actually, how many vehicles that is. Let me see if I can pop up a tab real quick on the side. Do some quick Hertz DD. I think it's 50K. Is it 50K or 65,000? They produce. Oh no, this is Uber. Hertz Polestar deal. Where is it at? How many vehicles is it for Hertz? 65,000. And that's gonna be over next 5 years. So next 5 years, 65,000 divided by 5, about 13,000 vehicles. But we could actually like, they don't even have to market 13K, they can just sell these because they already got them locked up. So that's good. They could, you know, cut that down. We could like split this up by 2 for 2 more quarters. Oh shit, it'd be like 65. Am I right or not? Like 13,000 vehicles for Hertz for this year. Let's just say they haven't done any for Hertz. About 65,000. So they really only need to sell like 10,000 for the next 4 months, and they really only need to sell like 15K for the end of the year, because they already have those vehicles sold. They just need to produce them, which I guess is another hurdle too. They need to be able to produce these vehicles too. But yeah, that's just some quick math, and I already took a picture of it, so it is what it is. So we have 36,000 vehicles left, and I don't even know how we started talking about all this, to be honest. Let me close this out. Oh, I think I was just talking about growth. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, I was just saying, you know, it's alright to do a small bet on GGPI, especially versus some of the other competitors. It's a unique vehicle. It's got, you know, what's this guy say here? Generically risky to invest in startups, but Polestar is unique and powerful, futuristic looking car. I think most of the electric vehicles look pretty dope actually. But yeah, I think this one's gonna stand out. Even with the revised forecast, which we just spent a few minutes looking at those numbers, they're still staying pretty ambitious, I guess, is what they're demonstrating growth. So a small position in the stock would be worthy as an interesting EV contender. Yeah. So for some reason I felt this was a more optimistic article, but now that we're reading it, it was like okay optimistic. When I was reading it, I thought it was actually a pretty good article, but it's okay. I still believe in it, you know, long term. As of right now, right? If something changes fundamentally, then we'll cover it on the channel. We'll talk about it. But yeah, I don't think the China lockdowns would have made much of a difference. I think it's gonna make a difference on producing it, the vehicles, but I don't think it'll make a difference in selling it. Like, I'm really concerned about the inflations and just it being like a 65,000 vehicle. It's like, it's hard to get those, you know, people to get those sales. But the thing that does help these, and we talked about this last time, was the financing program. They just did a financing, which we covered in one of the live streams as well. And they have a better financing program than they do with Tesla. And also Tesla doesn't get like the rebates and stuff in California, I believe. So yeah, Polestar is, you know, has a few different things that kind of makes them stick out. I still believe they're both good EV markets, but I guess the main thing is like electric vehicles won't be 100% electric in 2030. Like, that's just something I want you guys At least for me, in my opinion, I don't think it's realistic because not the average retail or the average household can actually purchase an electric vehicle. It's still like a luxury thing. You know what I'm saying? Med school said 15K in 4 months is an average of 37 per month. Yet times 3, okay, 11K per quarter at that pace with no ramping up, that would be 44. Hold up. All right, that would be 44. That's by the end of the year, so they need to ramp up 10%. Yes, sir. Hey, my man did the math. I just did it by, I guess I could have done it that way too. This is more linear though. Let me see. Let me just do some quick DD real quick. All right, 36,000. We had 8 months left. Oh, hold up. Why am I? And I'll go over your math in a little bit too. Let me just plug in a couple things right here in my handy dandy calculator. 8. So about 45. Okay. 15K in 4 months. 45. This is linear though. This is no growth. This is just 45 straight out the gate. In 4 months, 15K in 4 months is an average. Oh, okay, I think you did. I don't know how you get some of these. Okay. 15. Oh, I see what you're saying. You did. Well, you did. Let's say he did 36,000 in 4 months, about 34 on average. Which you did, I think. Times 3 per quarter. I believe you though. I believe you. I'm trying to see how you got 15K in 4 months as an average of. You need 15K. The 15K, where does the 15K come from though? I had 36K. We have. Damn, I don't want to pop. Let me do this in Excel real quick. How about that? We're gonna pop the Excel sheet out. Let me see if I can pop up the Excel sheet. Let me see if I can slap a new file. And I'm gonna zoom in so you guys can see like this. Alright, and we're gonna do, we need 50K. 50,000 is the goal. We have 36 so far. I'm gonna move this down. Alright. Target. Slap that out. Completed. 4 months. Let's just do 4 months. That work? 1 to 4 months. Oh, NASCAR said Phoenix Motor Cars is an EV IPO I'm really interested in for next week. Is it Chinese stock or no? We can look it up. Phoenix Motor Cars. Is it this one right here? Anaheim, California? Oh, interesting. It's not a Chinese stock. Oh, is it these guys? I've seen this, bro, I've seen this company before. I've seen these vans before. I haven't seen them in real life. I've seen like a company, I think it was a penny stock trying to sell these companies. I don't remember what it was called though. Yeah, I remember seeing this one. Are they doing an IPO? Well, I feel like they were trading under a different stock ticker. They have their own chargers. If I find the ticker, I'll share it with you guys. Few of our customers, NASA, Valley Park. What is that IPOing at? I feel like I've seen this product before. It felt like it was a pump and dump. I remember seeing that truck, the shuttle bus. This one right here. I'll have to find the company. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see. 10K NBA Finals. Oh, is today Thursday? Oh shit! I gotta watch the NBA game tomorrow. Um, I feel you though. I feel you though, med school. You got the math right. What did everything close at? Let me see the futures. Interesting. I'll keep an eye out on this one, but I feel like I've seen this one before. It may have been SPI. SPI Energy? Maybe. I don't remember that one. Hey, I'm gonna do some math off screen, but I think the homie Mad School was right on some stuff. I want to look at some charts now, just so we can wrap up the stuff, because I don't want to diverge too much. But what do you guys think about the charts? 10:20, and I think the homie said 10:16 after hours. I didn't track the after hours so much. Let's pull it up really quick. I also quickly want to check out Chewy because I got some calls on Chewy. Oof. It's still good. Let me look at GGPI though. Where's GGPI? After hours 10:16. Yeah, my man said it's frustrating. Earlier, he said we wish we would have done Oh, my man Morad. Yeah, he said 10:15 and aftermarket is frustrating. Hope things get better. What about a factory and the US would be a good catalyst for the future? Yes. We talked about that one earlier. So, I think it's really gonna, like I said, it's gonna come down to the overall market. And there's two ways this can play out right now. So, it's, how do I put it? I was bullish until we closed underneath 412. But there's still an opportunity that this can be bullish. It's gonna be a double bottom coming back and retesting this neckline here. I don't know if you guys know what that does. Let me check futures real quick. 10% up. 0.10%, my bad. 0.10% up. Okay, so look, this is what I was seeing, and I think I posted this on Twitter. Let me just find it. That way I don't have to search for it. But we have a potential double bottom. Let me see what I got. Here we go, right here. It's a potential, it's like a coming down, hit that right booty comes down. So left booty comes down, right booty comes down, then you go back up. You want to break out of this resistance, you come back and retest it, become support, and then you continue going. So I posted this earlier today, 10:30 p.m. So that's still kind of valid right now. This is on the daily time frame, by the way. So tomorrow, it's going to be, if we break underneath like 448 again and just continue going down, then that won't become true. And we'll probably come down to like, I don't know, at least 400. So I'll be watching that tomorrow. But if we have, for some reason, there's like no news, we can continue going. Then it can definitely become that double bottom, and we'll probably continue trending back up. I would say at least to like 427. So the double bottom is usually the distance from the that point to the bottom, and then you move this back up there, and that's like your end target. So it's looking like up here around 433. 433 would be the end target for a double bottom. So that would be what I'm thinking, but we need to break back above like 415. If we can get back above 415, then we're probably going back to 433, 436. Yeah, if we can get back above 15 though, I definitely think we'll come back up to the 420s, 430s. But I think if we if we break underneath here, then we'll come down to 400. So it's really double-edged sword right now. I think it's hard to tell on a smaller time frame. It looks like it's flagging, so it's bullish kind of. Like basically it has had the run up, and then it's pulling back, consolidating, right? It's doing this, so it could probably flag back out, but we'll kind of have to wait. I think tomorrow will be important. And the only other thing I'm concerned about is like the events and stuff, like the CPI, which we talked about, is coming next week. What else do we have next week? Like just some of the feds have been speaking and stuff. So just, I thought it was going to be a chill week, but it ended up like all these events ended up coming out. So let's see, like this week, what events do we have? Monday, May 30th. Well, luckily the week's almost over, so that's good. But next week we have CPI, so some people might be scared of that. June 1st, that was today. NASCAR, let me quickly answer this. I'll put it this way. Top was my main watch today, and it turned into the lead gainer. PEV is going to be my main watch next Wednesday when it IPOs. Oh, next week. Bet. Yeah, I'm gonna throw it. I'm gonna slap it on the watch list. See what it does. What is this? Okay, let me look at the article stuff for next week. I'm all the way down in Thursday. Oh, we have like some stuff on Thursday. Don't we have stuff tomorrow? Wednesday. Where's Thursday at? We just had so many events. Thursday, June 2nd, United Kingdom CPI. Oh, that's right. So what happened today was like what was it, like the Canada stuff? There was some Canada announcement. They raised rates and stuff. It was just a gross day, honestly. I think, what's tomorrow? Tomorrow, United Kingdom bank holiday. Oh, they're closed. CPI for, what is this? Sweden? Switzerland? Yeah. CPI data for Switzerland tomorrow, or at least tonight. I don't know when that's coming out. I don't really care about the European stuff. I mean, the outside stuff. The US is what I really care about. We got jobless claims tomorrow. Expected for 2K to 10. Crude oil inventories. Let me filter this out by country. I shouldn't do that because there's like events that are important from outside the US, but just for this purposes, we're gonna just do US. How do I filter this out? Clear. And we're gonna go to, I'm gonna see if I can get the homie Trippy on here. You guys want Trippy on here to get some tinfoil hat, DD? Let me ask him real quick. I'm gonna ask him real quick. He's probably asleep. Let me see. That Trippy, he probably missed it, honestly. Let's see. This is applied, right? US apply. Okay. Go, baby. Alright, so Tuesday was the first day we were back. Thursday, OPEC meeting. What is this? OPEC meeting attended by representatives from 13 oil-rich stations. Oh, shit. Tomorrow, oil is going to be a big thing then. They're talking about oil. Range of topics regarding energy markets and agree on how much oil they will produce. Oh, shit. Tomorrow's going to be bad. Tomorrow, I think, is going to be bad. Just because of this. Well, depending on what they say. That's the OPEC meeting tomorrow at 6. That's going to be 5:30 my time? Shit. The market's going to be already down by then. Challenger job cuts, continued jobless claims, initial claims. So yeah, you know the same spill there. Natural gas storage, crude oil inventories, gasoline inventories, crude oil inventories. Big oil day tomorrow, it looks like. And just natural gas, gasoline, heating oil. The homeboy Mester speaks. The OFOMC member Young Blood 13. So towards market close. What time is that? No, that's at 1 o'clock. Okay, so tomorrow, big oil inventory, just OPEC meeting. I didn't even know that was happening tomorrow, yo. Chill. And then Friday, unemployment rate. We already know what's going on with that. So just a few Fed speakers. I don't see anything big on this. Switch. Oh, hold up. Total vehicle sales. Maybe this has something to do with Polestar. This is going to be an automotive update here. It's gonna tentative. What do you mean tentative? I guess they just bring it out when they want to. Alright then. Alright, so that's this week. So we got the oil big day for oil and energy. They're doing that, the big stuff. And then next week, US. Oh, pretty chill week next week, yo. Wholesale trade sales. Pretty chill week. CB employment trends index. Oh, hold up. What's this? Employment. CB employment. 8 labor markets listed below. Higher expected reading should be taken as positive or bullish. Okay. Job openings, industrial production. Oh, so just like a job update. Alright then. I'm just gonna, it could be big. That's on Monday. And then pretty chill week, consumer credit. Oh, this is gonna be bad. You already know people are spending money. They're taking out credits right now. Consumer credit measures the change in total value of outstanding consumer credit that requires installment payment. So everybody right now, we've talked about this in some stuff, some of the live streams, people are just taking out credit. So this will be important too, actually. Man, the markets always has something going on, right? Monday, Tuesday, then pretty chill, I would say. Before I say pretty chill, let me make sure this is nothing big. And total value of sales at the wholesale level. I'm guessing this is houses. Whatever. Core CPI Friday. Oh, my man Meds, he said, I'm pretty sure 50K by Q4 is very doable. Only supply chain further disruptions can screw that up. Bet. Yeah, we got 36. We have 36.4. What we got left divided by 2. 18 divided by 36. Let me just do this quick. Divided by 8. Yeah, we only need like 4,500 a month. And actually, we're gonna do 36,400 divided by, we're minus that 13K from Hertz. We only need like 24 to sell. We only need to sell 24 to retail. The other 13 have been sold. They just need, on average though, right? The others are already sold. Everything just needs to be produced. This is what's big for next week. Core CPI. And then, I mean, just basically that. Year over year, month over month. And that's it. I think that's it. What do you guys think? So if we go back to the chart, just kind of eyeballing this right now, I would say we got the 412 area here. I'm trying to eyeball this thing real close. We had a triple top today, by the way, right here. We had a triple top right here. 1, 2, and 3 got rejected. That's bearish. So we're getting pressed down right now. If we can get back above this 414, 415, really 415, we could, break out of this, then we'd be bullish. But right now it's looking bearish. As long as we stay underneath the monthly level here, which is 415, things are just gonna, and actually 412, things are just gonna keep going downward. But then again, no news is good news, and that's gonna help the market in general, actually. And like I said, we also do have that double bottom. So actually, I would watch this level down here. It's like 408. I would watch this level here. If we break underneath here, like, we actually got underneath it, but we closed above it or right at it. So I think tomorrow will be a pretty big day tomorrow. But then looking at the events, we have oil tomorrow. So, man, there's always something going on with the market. Am I right? And I'm not I can't fortune tell everything, right? I can just tell you guys the trend. So that's the 1 hour. But yeah, if we can break outside of that, and we have the nice support here at where I put it at like 408. As long as we can stay above this, then we won't come down. Because once we break under here again, that's just a double attempt to go down to these lower levels. But yeah, and then breaking above this would be bullish. 415, this range here, because then you can see we've got some support here. But once this is resistance, I'm sorry, we have some resistance here, but once we make it a support, it's a pretty strong support, and we can continue. So break above that, come back, and then continue, and then things will be looking good, you know. And then that everything will kind of line up with Polestar, because they'll be closer to June 22nd, and hopefully people start buying. They're not so scared. But it definitely is a hard time to just in general be investing, because people actually just stepped away, you know. So much blood in the market. What do you guys think? Is there any other tickers you guys want me to cover? If not, probably wrap that up, and I'm going to quickly look at the futures actually, and I'll probably share them with you actually. We're going to go to indices, futures. Look at the futures. The SPY, where's the SPY? US 500, we're up 0.14%. So that's good. We're up a little bit. But that is before the actual oil inventory and the oil pack. So tomorrow things can still change. So let me just wrap up that. Did I already? I'm kind of repeating. I'm a broken record right now. But 408 is what we're trying to stay above. 415 is what we're trying to break above, like this range here. If we get underneath here, then we're probably coming down to 400 at least. And I mean that can just bring some downside for us, honestly. And if we break down, we probably break down further. Like every time, it'd be like, it's kind of gross, honestly. It's like this, right? And it's gonna be like that, I think. Like every time we try to break out, the leg is further down. So I probably think we definitely come back down to 370 this time, because it's been like lower lows, right? Like 1, 2, 3. I would probably expect another one down here. Is that right or no? Or did I screw that up? But yeah, we really need to get outside of this trend, man. It's nasty. But yeah, that is what it is. 415, 416 is the turning point for us. 416, let's just say 416, and just can actually start going. And I say, boy, you ever seen that, the chicken guy? He's like, I say, boy. Anyway, this still looks bullish though, if we can hold it and then continue going up, because that's that double bottom. So we still have that going for us. But yes sir, and that's the only one I really track. We can look at QQQ. This is the tech. Looks like it's trying to break out, but again, we got the monthly level here, so that'd be one to watch as well. Like that, 4010, 3010, 309. Slap that on there, right there. That level there. But yeah, it looks pretty identical too, man. Fortunately, it's like the legs get longer, and then they try to break out, and then it continues going down, bro. It's nasty. Am I right? So anyway, do you guys have any other questions? I think I'm gonna wrap up the stream because my back is hurting, and I want to go grab some food. But I think I'm gonna quickly run through some of this stuff. If you guys want to follow me on Twitter, feel free to follow me on Twitter. I don't have that many followers, but it's honest work. So quickly run down through the stuff. Polestar launched the referral program. If you guys go through the stream, I went into some details. The Apple CarPlay was pretty dope. This wasn't great, but it's, you know, it's just customer service, it's customer satisfaction. We're just talking about Tesla, how it looks like the Polestar patent image that came out. It looks kind of like the Tesla S, and they fixed the door, so now it's not reversed. What else did we cover? Oh, just a leaked image on the Polestar 3, which is more realistic, I would say. It's got the Thor headlights, it's got the curves in the body, the Volvo style, and some, I guess this is just unofficial, but just to give us a good idea. And then I try to be optimistic. Told you guys that the deliveries could still be made. Then we did some math. My math wasn't good, but we can definitely work on that later. But the one article on here was definitely, we got a good idea of how many vehicles are selling. 13K, which is way ahead Lucid. Just on that statement alone, I mean, it's bullish, you know. So definitely not the leader in the EV market, but you know, close second, maybe third, worst case scenario right now. So yeah, oh yeah, third because of Neo. So third, and yeah, that's about it. Ford will probably start catching up, but they're on the EV truck. So, and then we looked at the stock price. I guess we could actually look at the short interest. Let's look at the short interest too. Go to Fintel. We're gonna wrap up it up with Fintel. Just look at the short volume for today. See what's going on with these guys. I meant to look at this earlier. My bad, y'all. Short interest. Let's see where we at. There's no new positions. Okay, good. And then wait a minute. What is this? No shares available to short. Ooh, interesting. Oh, okay. There's no shares available to short right now. GGPI shorts availability is 0 shares. This was 11 hours ago. What time is it right now? Almost 9. So this came in around 8. Wait, yeah, around 8 or 9. So this thing hasn't been able to been short. So people can't really short it right now. It's weird. And the short interest is going up. I'm going to double check that by going here to my iBorrow desk. I'm going to go to GGPI. They're out of shares available to short. Let's just look. So they have 90,000. They have 90,000. They came in at 10. So this came in at 10. And once it stops reporting, so this usually reports all day, but it actually stopped reporting at 10. That means that they have no shares available. So Fintel is actually correct. There's no shares available to short. So the only thing now is waiting for this borrow fee rate to go up. Which, if you take a look at the chart, right now the fee is that red line, right? That fee, it's been going up, and the shares have been going down. So that divergence there, is just showing us that there's less shares available to short, and people are paying more money to hold those shares. So eventually that can lead to a short squeeze. Not always, but definitely right now that it has, like, right now before merger, it has like this really small float. Like if you go to, for example, here, you can look at the market cap. It's like 1/20th of the actual market cap that it should be, because once we merger, it should be like 20 billion. And the free float, let me see if I can find the free float. The free float is like 80 million. So that's also going to be like probably like I don't know, like 1/10, like 1/20th of the actual free float. So right now it's got like 80 million shares available to short. There's no more shares available to short. I'm sorry. The free float, the amount of shares that are being able to be traded right now before the merger. Once the merger happens, this free float's going to go up to like 2.5 billion. But right now it's a baby float, and the percentage of short that's being like shorted right now is 13%, and there's no more shares that people can short it. So they're gonna have to start paying a little bit more higher interest to be able to continue holding those shorted positions. Does that make sense? Yeah, I think it does. And then the short ratio, I guess it's coming down again, 42%. The last few days was 58-52 ratio, and now it's 42%. So I'll just watch this next coming days. I'm not saying it's going to create a short squeeze, but I'm going to definitely watch the fee, and I'm going to watch the amount of shares available to short. because when they start covering, then more shares become available. So they could start covering. That could actually also give us a mini rally. But I don't think anything significant to like $13 or $15 or like a crazy short squeeze. Unless everybody just decides to cover. And actually, now that we're talking about that, I'm going to look at the flow activity for today quickly. And we're going to just apply the GGPI. You can check out the unusual wells, like I said. The sale ends tonight, but yeah, definitely take advantage of it. Or maybe it's over already. I don't know if it's over. But I posted the link. I'll post it again really quick. If you guys want the link to unusual wells for 15% off, just use my link, and you can use the options SPIKE promo. Or the code. Anyway, let me look at some of the numbers. I'm gonna size it up by 50. Today the trading activity for GGPI $10 puts. About $1,000. The 10K had the most activity. They bought $25 calls for next year. And then the next biggest one is this 9K. They bought $10 calls for July. These actually are interesting. I would be interested in these, to be honest. There's already a lot of open interest in there. Now we just want to look at the total breakdown. Let's see how that chain looks. We're going to go to the July ones. The Junes I don't think are that important, to be honest. The Junes I don't think are too important. The Julys are the ones I'd be looking at. Right now, everything looks bearish though still. So these are bearish. The $15 calls. It looks like they're selling tons of calls. Selling most of the calls for the 12s. Most of the calls for 10. Damn. So they're just collecting premium. Most of the calls for this are actually still bearish too. The 17s have the most bullish premium. About 70% bullish premium. Everything else is actually still bearish, like 50% bearish, about 60% bearish, about 60% bearish. Damn. Alright, it is what it is though. I think they're just selling the calls right now just to collect premium. Like they'll sell them for 53 cents and then they'll buy them back for like 20 cents. So they still made like half or 50%. And then they can just, right now, since it's still a ways out, that's why they're buying those or selling those calls. Once the premium calls down, they'll probably buy them back and then they can actually do a rally. But right now, I don't think it's a bad idea to be selling puts or selling calls, I'm sorry. Like right now, I don't think it's a bad idea because the price is not going anywhere and data's kicking in. So over time, that premium's going down. But yeah, it's not a bad idea because a lot of institutionals, I mean, you already know most of the institutional ownership, they're bullish. Like, what is it? Short interest rate, 9%. You've guys seen, it's a big institution who owns these, right? Insider trades owners. There's a lot of institutional ownership in this, like 21 million shares out there. So in the meantime, they're just collecting premium. So they're selling these $15 calls. They're selling these $15 calls. They're selling them for July, for June. And then once they go down, they'll probably close those positions. And then they'll actually switch over to the long side, I think. But in the short term, yeah, I wouldn't be getting calls. And I've said this a few different videos. My plan is to maybe get a few calls like mid-June, like June 15. And then we'll go from there and just maybe play the anticipation run up and then take profits on those options, buy shares, and just go from there. So anyway, I think that's going to wrap up the stream because my back is really killing me right now. So I want to go lay down for a little bit. But I appreciate everybody that tuned in. And if you guys want to follow me on Twitter, feel free to do that. I hope you guys have a great night. And hopefully I'll see you guys in the next stream. I appreciate those people that came in. Let me shout them out really quick. Med School, appreciate you. I think that's the first time I've seen you in here. So pretty dope having you. NASCAR, thanks for showing up, homie, as always. Jimmy Jean Baptist. Yes, sir. He's been in here for a little bit, so I appreciate him. Shane, as always. That's an OG right there now. And where we at? We got a couple more. Oh, Murad, he was in here for a bit. And then Investing Sensei. So appreciate everyone that showed up. And those that are still in the stream. So, yes, sir. I'm going to go lay down for a bit. You guys have a great night. But as always, make sure you guys hit the like button for me if you can. If not, it's all good. We're still going to keep pushing forward. But yeah, you guys have a great night. And I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm signing out. Peace.